Have you ever just landed on a website and thought, wow, this is amazing? It's seamless, it's beautiful, everything just works. Every single button you click, every cool animation you see, every form you fill out. Well, someone, somewhere, meticulously built that entire experience just for you. So let's pull back the curtain and dive into the magic behind the screen. No, really, think about it. Look at the screen you're on right now. How did all this get here? How does it know what to do when you click or swipe? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today, the art and the science of what we call front-end development. All right, so let's start with the big question. What is the front end? We're talking about the part of the digital world that you can actually see and, touch. It's the visual, tangible layer of pretty much everything you do online. To put it simply, the front end is what's often called the client side of an app. It's all the stuff you actually interact with. The buttons, the text, the images, the colors, all those smooth animations. If you can see it in your browser, yep, you're looking at the work of a front-end developer. The best way to understand how these experiences get built is to think about it like constructing a house. You can't just start throwing up paint and putting in furniture, right? You need a solid foundation, a strong structure. The web works the exact same way, and it all starts with 3 core building blocks. First up, we have HTML. That stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Think of this as the skeleton of our digital house. It's the frame, the studs, the foundation. It provides all the raw structure. It tells the browser, this is a heading, this is a paragraph, here's an image. Honestly, without HTML, you've just got a totally blank page. Okay, so a bare wooden frame isn't exactly a cozy home, is it? That's where CSS, or Cascading Style Sheets, comes into the picture. CSS is our interior designer and our exterior decorator. It adds all the style, the pink colors on the walls, the fonts you're reading, the layout of all the elements. It takes that raw HTML skeleton and makes it look great. So now we have this beautiful, styled house. But can you actually do anything? Can you turn on the lights? Can you open the garage door? That is JavaScript's job. JavaScript is the electricity, the plumbing, all the functional stuff that makes the house work. It handles all the interactivity. What happens when you click a button? That's JavaScript. An interactive map? JavaScript. It literally breathes life into the whole thing. So, to bring it all together, think of it like this. HTML provides the bones, CSS adds the skin and the clothes, and JavaScript gives it the brain and the muscles to move. You absolutely need all 3 of them working together to create the amazing dynamic websites we use every single day. But here's the thing. As websites got more and more complex, think about something like Netflix or Google Docs. Building them with just those 3 basic tools became incredibly difficult. Developers needed superpowers to manage it all. They needed to build bigger, faster, and way stronger. And that leads to a really good question. Why would you reinvent the wheel every single time you build something? Trying to build a massive user interface from scratch is super time-consuming, and honestly, it's easy to make mistakes. This is exactly where modern front-end frameworks and libraries come in. They give developers pre-built, reusable parts and structures to work with. And here's a look at some of the giants in the field today. You've got React, which came out of Facebook. It's famous for its component-based style, which is kind of like building with digital Lego bricks. Then there's Angular from Google. It's more of a huge all-in-one toolkit, perfect for big, complex company applications. Vue is really popular because it's so easy to learn and super flexible. And then you have things like Next.js, which actually builds on top of React to make building really powerful sites even faster. But it doesn't just stop at the big frameworks. A pro developer's toolkit is packed with all sorts of specialized tools. These are designed to make sure the final product is strong, efficient, and, of course, beautiful. It's all about adding that extra layer of polish and professionalism. For instance, a lot of teams use TypeScript now. Think of it like a spell checker for your JavaScript. It helps catch errors before they ever become a problem, which is a lifesaver. Then you have amazing tools like Tailwind CSS, which completely changes how you do styling. It lets developers design complex looks incredibly fast. And for that final, perfect touch, you have design systems like Google's Material Design. It's basically a complete rulebook for making interfaces that are not just pretty, but also super intuitive and consistent. So we've got the tech, the frameworks, the tools, but what about the person who puts it all together? A modern front-end developer is so much more than just a coder. They are the architect of the entire digital experience that you, the user, have. See, their job is to make sure a website looks perfect, not just on your big computer screen, but on your phone, your tablet, anything. That's called responsiveness. They have to make sure the site can be used by everyone, including people with disabilities. That's accessibility, and it's hugely important. They obsess over performance because, let's be real, a slow website is a dead website. Every millisecond counts. And they're like digital diplomats, making sure the whole experience works perfectly across Chrome, Firefox, Safari, all of which have their own little quirks. When you really think about it, front-end development is the invisible architecture that shapes our daily digital lives. From ordering dinner to checking your bank account to connecting with friends, it's the bridge between the complex technology and the simple things we want to do. It's this incredible blend of creativity and logic, of design and pure engineering. Every single pixel, every interaction, it's a decision that shapes how we see and experience the world. And as technology keeps pushing forward, what we can build on these screens is basically limitless. The only real question left is, what's next?